All right, let's do this. Okay. Set up the levels for the day. Alrighty, 8:30 yesterday. That's our high for the day. Yesterday was the open. 4404. $43.88.75. People on the streets. Okay. Previous day low. Down, yeah. Let me see what this low is. 64.75. You're watching some good friends saying, "Give me a overnight low." I'm gonna use that. Previous day high. And the overnight high are the same, or very similar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that as the previous day high, as the open, and then I'm going to use the overnight high on the day before, just leave it there as a structure point of resistance, and then the all-time high. So we got that all set up. 30-minute chart is sort of showing me a little bit of retracement here. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Still at resistance here. It needs to break through the previous day high before it'll push up. A lot of these earnings that they had yesterday were good. Everything's been good so far. So we'll see what happens with the open. We'll do my NASDAQ chart. Okay, NASDAQ from yesterday. For some reason it's off. I'm going to use the 30 for a cleaner chart. Previous day low. Down here. What is this? 77425. So when I'm looking over here for my levels, I want to see the very bottom. So if you're on Thinkorswim, if you hover over this candle, you can't really see if I keep it there, but I'm going to go up here and show you that I'm looking at these levels right here, right? It'll say open, high, low, close. So depending on the candle, this is the low of the day. So I'm looking for the L, so I'm looking for the low. And the low on that candle there is 14.77.425. So 774.25. And then like same, right? If I'm looking for the close, I'm looking for the C here at whatever this is going to be, but it's going to be at the 1500 mark. For me, 1600 for you. That's this candle here, the close. Close there is 14.928.25. Oh. I just like to put it close. This zone is going to piss me off, huh? Now I can't see my screen. That's always good. Alrighty. Gonna get annoyed with the screen all day, all week. Now I gotta use this streaming software to see it. Nope, it's not gonna let me click it. Oh well. No, it's gone. So there we go. So I said that the close was 14.928.25. 14.928.25. Save. Okay, good. I had it in a perfect spot anyway. The overnight low. You can see the NASDAQ is forming the same sort of pattern that the S&Ps are. So we're going to see what happens on the break of the technically, yeah, that's a low. Alright. On the break of the open, and then we're going to do some watch it. I think we might get some volatility kind of early today, especially because the FOMC reading and everything like that. So we're going to look for that. 8:30, the open was the high. The overnight high is here. One five 105.25, 105 105.25. All right. So all my levels are set. I leave a lot of these zones in place if I have them sort of even close to in play, because they've acted as points of control even overnight. You can see that it stayed here. This is still the same zone I drew up yesterday. I didn't change it, or I mean I drew it up a while back and then I just keep extending it. Same with this one. I don't believe that this will get into play today, but I'll extend it out just to have it here. So you got that big push down yesterday. You're recovering most of it already. I'm gonna do a fib real quick just to see where we're at, and then I'm gonna take it off. The Fibonacci retracement tool. Right, so we're all pushing. We just pushed through the 61.8 retracement, so you got that good push up at the 50% retracement. You got that chop. It's all kind of congruent with a lot of these zones, also. So, we got price levels, we got fibs. Everything kind of plays into all of this having a confluence of direction. So, I'm just going to continue to watch this. 76.8 will push us back up to the base of this, basically a little value area we got going on here. So we're going to look at that. We will watch it. Delete that. Previous day close. We probably will pull back to that on the open. We'll look to see if that'll clear out. Same on the S&P. You can see the same sort of pattern. Everything that we gave up yesterday, we pretty much started to get it all back. We got into all the way up into 94 before we closed. We pulled back down and closed down here. So we're just going to look to keep pushing up. Obviously, we opened here yesterday, and it was also the high. So the high of the day was here. We pushed up. We cleared it out again overnight. Looked to clear it all the way out. I left this overnight high here because the overnight high and the previous day high were pretty much exactly the same. I'm not going to put a super tight overnight high here. It's just not a useful part of my levels. So I'm just going to leave it up here at the yesterday's previous day overnight high. So we'll have that overnight session in play as a level as well. We'll check some of these charts over here. Their overnight sessions. Don't worry about Jets. Fiverr is pushing up. Tesla's flat. Netflix is pushing up. Dropbox is sitting there. Let's see what it does in the overnight. Yeah, pretty much it's going to open same level it closed yesterday. And the tick chart, it looks like it wants to open above 400. So that seems that there's a positive breadth of the markets. Markets open in 4 minutes, so we'll see what happens here. I have active trader up. This is our ISWH position currently. Yesterday, I actually tried to add another 1,000 shares down here and didn't get filled, so I just closed that order. I didn't really want to have it sitting out there all night and then open in the morning, so I closed that. But we did get a nice little run up. We had a pennant or whatever you want to call this little wedge, and then it broke out of it, and now it's pushing back up. We're hoping to catch it up to $1, $1.50, and to wherever it ends up going. That's the goal here on that one. Let's run a scan, see what's moving pre-market. Apple, AEI, AMD, just got good volume. Put this as volume here. EDU, Infinity, you got big volumes on these pre-market, so we will see what happens. American Express, not sure if they're going to be up or down, because I didn't check them, but you can also run pre-market scans on TradingView. Let me do that real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. If you wanted to do stocks, this is a good way to do it. Stock screener. I have it all saved here. So you have all your, close that. Refresh it. You got your movers. You have to filter out by market cap size, volume, and percent change. And that'll give you some of these movers here. I will put it as change. These are the guys that are up today. So pre-market, the futures are up, so some of these guys are also following. You look to see who's maybe down, divergence-wise. So you check, see what's moving, pick a stock for the day. That's kind of how a lot of the people who choose day trading strategies for stocks choose their stocks. They'll run scanners. They'll see what's getting volume in the pre-market, see what's getting bought up, see what's getting sold off, and then they'll try and make a play on something right here, right? So if we go, we can just check its chart, OGEN, I don't know what this is, or Origenics, penny stock. So you could look to see what, we got a big move up here, see where it's going to open, if it's going to have continued on the volume. TradingView is super useful. If you don't have it, get it and start using it. There's a line chart. You can use a candle chart. So it pushed up pretty high yesterday, and then we'll go with the 30-minute chart so we can get some overnight sessions. Still kind of continuing some of the pop off from yesterday. So this is how people would do that, right? They would just run through a stock screener, pick some of these pre-market movers, look for something with volume, INTZ. Let's see what this is. A lot of people like to stick also with the same kinds of stocks that they've always traded. They'll stick with blue chips, they'll stick with things that they know, and they kind of just play those, see which one of their favorite few are moving, and then they'll scan those, run them out, and see what happens with the open. See what the Tesla's doing since I'm here on the open. Markets are now open. I want Tesla to run up since I'm in an options play with them, so we'll see what happens. But now you see, you have TradingView is super useful. You can do anything you want on here, honestly. And then if you pay for the paid versions, there's even more features. This is pretty much live, but when you start paying for the actual data information, then you can get real lifetime charts, all that. So I might leave this up here just so I have it, and then we will watch the futures. Good to see this gapped up, which is really nice. I wish ISWH fiber gapped up a little bit. Hopefully it stays up there. And we'll close that. We will leave this open. Okay, put my top step up so I can get my orders in on there. Okay. If you've never been here before, or if you have, and I could keep beating a dead horse, I don't like to trade on the first 5-minute candle. I have these on the 30s for my pre-market analysis, just to see where we're at. But yeah, I don't trade that first 5-minute candle. I like to let markets decide which way they want to go, figure out a direction, and then try and play my strategy up the levels that I have going on. So, super uneventful open for the S&Ps. 4,000 is a pretty key level also, but let's see what happens there. Do have the Fed FOMC meeting. What time is that at? Let's see. All right, FX. What time is the FOMC? Today, the FOMC press conference is 2:30 Eastern Time, so 1:30 Central. We'll get that today. You can watch that if you would like it at the Fed website, or you could just let the markets tell you what they think of it. Market watch. See. Also, let me check my Top Step calendar, because I can't technically trade during news events or a little bit prior to them as well, a few minutes prior. So I do need to check their calendar, exactly what time I'm not allowed to trade it. So let me see, hold on. Oops, that's not the one. Oh, maybe. Top Step's pretty useful. Along with them funding you if you do pass, and giving you all these rules to hone in your strategy, you do get some resources that kind of organize things a bit. So 9:30 this morning, we're going to get the crude inventory, so can't trade oil at 9:30, but we will check it to see how it's thinking about this inventory. It's pretty flat still from yesterday. Nothing really changed. Gold. We'll see what gold is thinking. Looks like the S&Ps are pushing down to the VWAP. If it busts the VWAP here and clears this level, you want to see it come down to that previous day close and just have that gap filled. So just to watch that. Back to the NASDAQ. Did get the rejection of the overnight high on this one. So it's still not picking any direction though, right? So yesterday I got a little bit tricked in the beginning of the day, made a good recovery at the end of the day. Basically I was down on this account 100 and change, 190 or 180 something on this after being down a big amount, $600 or $700. So I was happy with my day with the way I managed trades, but early on in the day I didn't let the market really pick a direction, and I entered in here looking to catch a continuation. Didn't on the long side, didn't get it, but then I ended up starting to catch some of these other moves here to fix that. If you were on yesterday for the live stream at the end of the day, or at the end of the live stream I should say, I was trying to play a gap fill, and if you wanted to see what happened with that, obviously it didn't get there, but this bottom line here, I entered on a break below this zone, and I was looking to take it to the base of the gap, which is the 43.63. It got right to 43.64.75, 2 touches, and then completely reversed and ran up and stopped me out of here. I was trying to let that one breathe a bit, and that didn't work out as far as I'm concerned. If I was kind of playing it again, hindsight being 2020, but just kind of learning from it, the way it broke down and then held below here, I probably should have moved my stops a bit once I got a little bit closer to that target, because there is going to be resistance there, right? I mean, it doesn't have to fill that gap, and obviously it didn't. So that's why going back, at least reviewing the trade, seeing what I did, and then fixing it this time would be a nice thing to do, right? No, no trading. I think it's 5 minutes before or 10 minutes before any release, and 10 after. I'll try and pull up the rules for you, Phil, so you can see what they are talking about. Economic events. Maybe this will show it. Okay, I'll show you right here quick. I'm not really missing anything on that, so I'm going to show you before I end up going back to the chart. So in Top Step, it tells you what economic releases you need to be flat for. So you have these rules, right? For major economic releases, you got to watch this calendar. Once you're funded, you definitely have to be flat. Step 2, you definitely have to be flat. When you're doing Step 1, they don't necessarily care if you're flat or not during the releases, so it's not a huge deal. The events so it's good because it shows you what the event is that you have to be flat for, what time it starts, and then which products you can't trade. You're prohibited from trading these products during this release, right? It says 1 minute, it's not 10 minutes. So you cannot have any open positions 1 minute before and 1 minute after the release. So at 7:29 for the unemployment, and then 7:31 or whenever it ends up getting released, you have to be flat. FOMC statement, which is today, 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern time, I'd have to be flat at 12:59. I don't plan on still being trading at 12:59, but every single product, you can't trade any future during the FOMC meeting statement. If you ever traded anything before during one of these releases, you get a big candle up, big candle down, and then it whips you around a bunch. That's why they don't want you to be open. And then also say, if you get a catastrophic event, you're stuck in this position, you can't get out. They don't want to be stuck with the bag. So crude oil today, 9:30 Central, Central, and then 10 a.m. Central, it depends. You can't trade oil, or I don't know what QM is. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know what it is. Yeah, it's just 1 minute. My bad. I thought it was 10. I'll be flat 10 minutes before. I hope I'll be flat soon, actually. See what happens. So now that we cleared that, I'm going to get off there and start looking at these charts. Okay, there we go. So like I said, if we did clear the VWAP, I expected it to go down to the previous close and test here. I need to see what it's going to do at this level to decide which direction I want to take it. Yesterday I did enter a bit early like I showed you, but I'm not trying to do it. Thank you, Philip. Yeah, so now we're back into this gray zone here for the NASDAQ. So I'm going to look to see what are the downside targets for this, just to see. You do have the overnight low and you have the previous day low. Those are decent targets. If you break and hold below this gray zone here for myself, I find this to be a super useful area. But I also find that if it does reject here, we could possibly look to take a long off this zone, up and through, back through the overnight high. Hopefully catch that move, but gotta watch it. I don't see why it's going to be like that. Top step trader. Both of them are pushing down pretty hard, so I'm not convinced that it doesn't want to continue to sell like yesterday. So I'm not going to get tricked again. I'm going to be a bit more patient, let it pick a direction, and then look for a setup through one of these zones, catch my quick profit, and get out. Normally I would like to be done as quickly as possible, you know, get my trading done. I do love sitting here and doing the charts, doing the live stream, just showing you what I'm thinking about. But if you can make $1,000, $500 in a few minutes, like say I took this overnight high short, I would have been done already. I didn't, and I'm not going to take that because it's not necessarily something that I was looking to do. It is a great strategy that some people follow, is on the open, as soon as it opens, just take it back to the previous day close. Yesterday you wouldn't have won, today you would have. So it's a matter of day to day for those trades, but I'm not looking at that at all. Some days I am, as far as taking it, but it has to be a bigger risk to reward ratio for me, because the upside, if that breaks through, is a bit higher than if it is to the downside. Okay, we're pushing below there. You might want to look for a little bit of a hold below the gray zone on the NASDAQ, and also a retest of the gray zone before I would take it short again. Same with the S&P. The S&P, it's hard because you got all these wicks and all these orders here. So just to take the order down to the overnight low, I would need to see it pull back, clear out some of these orders here from the overnight, and then take it. I mean, there's a good chance it sits at this low if it doesn't push through that overnight low. There's plenty of opportunities in the day, so I don't need to just hop in on this, try and catch this technical falling knife here. All right, let's look at that value chart. Phil, I sent you that, or I sent everybody who has my Discord. I sent this chart to them. It's in the trading resources tab. I gotta be able to pull it up though. That'd be nice. There we go. All right, so super useful chart. Helps with the value areas. Today we opened above, closed the gap. There's no gap here on the open. We still have a little bit ways to go on this one here. I don't know if we're going to actually get there and close it. That 62.75 level. We will if this starts to roll over again, sort of like yesterday, but I don't know if that's going to happen. To the upside, we do have this gap here at 43.0375, and then it goes all the way up to 44.12. You have yesterday's point of control. We're in today's value area. It's happened so far, which is also pretty much the last 2 days, 3 days. We're sitting inside the value of the last 3 days at the point of control for 2 days ago. So it's really just kind of a waiting game. We're right in the middle of this range. My screen keeps turning off. Fantastic. There we go. So I'll watch these charts just to see what we got as far as value areas. You can see these reversals kind of do show pretty well. Yesterday, actually on my, where is that yesterday's chart? Okay, so when we got down here yesterday, we got one of these white candles. Where is it? So these white candles here, when we got down, I believe it was this candle here was white, so that kind of helped me, and I pushed above the 200-day moving average there, and it came back up. And once it entered value again, that's when I took a long to catch a. That was at the end of the day to pick up some money back after some of the losses earlier in the day. So these white candles do help a bit. I can't see my screen, so I gotta pull it back up over here. It's annoying. Everything, it's all sitting at these lows here, not really convincing. I would like to see it break again. 43.85 was a pretty important level yesterday. That was kind of like, it acted as a point of control. I don't think it was officially the point of control. I think the point of control was all the way up at the top of the day. So we're looking to see if it'll reject 85. Yeah, I would like a push down through 85, maybe a hold down there, and then maybe pull back up to the previous day close, and then look for some sort of reversal there. Or if it decided to run all the way back up, then we start grabbing those moves to the back to the upside. But we'd have to wait and see. NASDAQ is looking like it wants to reject the base here. Where are we at? Oh, so we're holding below. You have all this choppy inventory here, so that's why it gets to this zone here where all these orders are. That's why it comes down here. It wants to pick up whatever this is, and then it'll pick a direction, hopefully, and then we'll try and catch the direction after we're through this little value zone. It would have been a good short, right? Off that overnight high, you see both of these react the same way. Like I said, I was being a little more patient today, not trying to get sucked in like yesterday as much. But you could have been done if you did. I think that is a solid strategy to do. So it's accepting back in. If it pushes back above that gray zone and then sits above it, then you can look potentially for that long, right? But if it continues to reject here, that short is still in play. Let's give it, maybe it's 47, give it till 50, close of this candle. If you go down to the 1 minute, it's just too much noise for me. Yes, I am day trading, so you can get in and out on a 1 minute, but it's just it's too much information for me to make a decision. I do like that if it would reject the 27 level and hold down here. One more candle. Oh, the 5 minute candle, I should say. If the 5 minute candle can hold below, then it's a good sign. Same thing you're getting on the S&Ps. I'm looking to get one of those ultra wide monitors. That'd be sick, but they are stupid expensive.
So yeah, Phil, you got the, I don't know if you can see right now, but like if you took the opening candle to the previous day close, not the previous day low. I mean, you could take it to the low if you wanted to, but that's all the way down here. So a lot of times what happens is it opens with a gap where whichever direction through the inventory of the overnight and the pre-market, and then you got the previous day close from yesterday, which is here, right? You got that previous day close, and then this is where we opened. A lot of people will take that rejection and then sell it, or if we're below it, buy it up to the previous day close, and then it'll choose and decide from the close where it wants to go today, because now the overnight really didn't do anything as far as getting us out of this zone. So you can see it better too on this chart, right? I can't see. Okay. So yeah, yesterday, this is all of yesterday. We closed here, down here, and then we opened up here. So once we opened up here, you pull this whole candle back down and close that little gap that happened there. And then you do whatever you feel like doing, because now there's no gap in the inventory, still in the same value area. Makes sense? So we're just above value, just below value, pushing back into value again right now. This is a very strong 30-minute candle, right? Like downward pressure-wise, that's pretty convincing to me. Previous day close, maybe the view. Oh. Okay, maybe the view app can pull down a bit more, act as a resistance. Death Wish Coffee. New York-based coffee company. Add that. You can see why I didn't take that trade yet on that pullback. Also, because the Nasdaq is back pushing up above that 940 level and sitting at the top there. So if the Nasdaq decides to push up and take the lead again, I want to maybe take that S&P to follow it. Right? So it's pushing up into the middle of the value here. The reason I don't, if I'm saying I can see it on my top 7, I can see it on my screen, but I can't see it on the actual screen, so bear with me a bit. I might have to just invest in that monitor sooner than I wanted to. Okay, so you are getting that push above that zone, or into the top of that zone. If you can hold above and then start to push again, you can probably take that up to the upside. If I can get the break above the previous day close on the S&Ps, then we're looking like we're going to try and maybe clear out the overnight inventory up to the overnight high. That'd be beautiful, right? That'd be a nice little risk to reward now, right? Risk to reward wise, if you got the overnight low is like you're wrong and the overnight high is you're right, then you're good. I'm gonna actually, it's like yesterday I got kind of faked into taking long again. It's hard not to be a bull in this market. So I'm gonna take it. Hold on. The S&Ps are gonna trail today, I think. I'm buying that from there. I'm gonna buy this here too.
Order filled.
Let's see what happens. I'm going to let it run. Or let it crash on me. Either way, we'll keep a good eye on it. If I can get that to be the run-up, we'll see what the active trader's doing. If I can see it. Jeez. Pushing down a little bit today, but look at that. Nice little piece. Pushed up to 85. 45, or thank you very much for playing. I need you to push up to 280. That would be real nice. Futures back here. It didn't hold that close, but hopefully we can get that next push up because of the NASDAQ here. Sort of leading the charge on it. I feel like it just maybe doesn't want to keep this inventory this short. I think maybe they're trying to get you to clear out a bit, but I could be trapped again like it was yesterday. Who knows? I did like that hold above there. So I think if it can hold it close, we'll be good. I'm going to leave that for a second. It's not time for a phone call. What the hell is this? I don't understand that. Okay. I am rejecting that previous day close. Hopefully on this here we got a little bit of something. We are in value, so I do like that as confluence for the long. I would like to hold in value, hold above 87. It would be nice to pull this all the way through to the top of value. There we go. Pushing back up. I can't see my screens. Really not useful. There we go. Pushing back up. You got the NASDAQ also holding above the zone, which is the key for this to be a successful trade. I would like to enter the NASDAQ as well. See if I can catch a little bit of a run here. Just keep my stop super tight below that VWAP. Yeah, I'll do that. No, that doesn't want to work.
Order filled.
Keep my stop right below the VWAP. If I get stopped out, it's cool. I don't care. I think we're going to catch a couple runs up here. If I can catch the run up and be out, then I'll have a good day today. If both of these actually run up, I should have hit my target for top step for the $9,000 for the passing. And then I would just need to get my trading days in. So I will advise you on that if I do. So let me focus a second before I decide to talk myself into not catching this move. I really want to take it to the overnight high. That's really my target for the S&P, for the NASDAQ, is at 15,000 flat. If I can catch it to 15,000 flat, I'd be a very happy camper. I am pushing my stops just below break even because we are running up pretty good. I would move this screen over there to the other side, but I need to see it, and I can't see it on that screen. So I will advise you on how it goes in a minute. But you can see on this chart what's actually happening with the trades. I entered the 43.90, same trade on the top step, and this one I entered in at 14.961. I want to take it to 15,000 flat. That would be at least to 15,000. I like that overnight high as a good target. My eye is so itchy. I slept like shit, but hopefully I can at least execute this trade and make that a little bit better. I'm gonna wait before I put it to break even. I'm just below break even. Okay. S&Ps are hovering right at that break-even mark. I still think we can catch that breakout. Come on, push above that resistance at 14,980. There's resistance right here. I want to clear out all this inventory. That's really my goal. BDFE. Well, BFDE. Sorry. Pushing up. Rejecting. Almost might want to flatten that and let this NASDAQ one take the lead. $15,000. If I could break the 14,980 level, we should be able to push up to 15,000 with no real issues here. I'm only trading 2 contracts at a time on the top step. You don't need much more leverage than that, especially even on a personal account. I only trade 1 contract here, and I can pull $500 a day pretty consistently. If you could just catch a little bit of a move, you'll be all right. I'm going to move stops very soon on my NASDAQ trade. If it could hold above 80, I'm going to put it break even. It's kind of just fluctuating right at 80, 79, 80. There we go. I'm going to put it just above break even. If I don't make money on this trade, that's fine. Just don't want to lose anything. I forgot what I was saying, so if I remember, I'll tell you. I want to recover most of this move from the morning. It would be cool to just take 500 off the table right now, but I think this is actually going to push up to 15. You are getting a little bit of a rejection here, but we're still above all this, so there's nothing telling me that it doesn't want to push up there and clear out that inventory from the night. So there we go, we're above 80. So now I'm going to really tighten up my stop over here, just below 14,975. And then if I could push up to 15,000, which it looks like it's approaching this next resistance here, I'm trailing my stop pretty tight so I can catch it all the way up. There we go. Push in, 9.2. Come on, baby. 15,000. 500 away from passing my combine here. Super tight stop now. Right approaching 15,000. It's a solid target. I think the S&Ps are going to follow it. I think we can catch that clearly overnight high. With this account, with the one that you can see right here, I don't have profit targets, right? I'm not trying to pass the combine. And if I wasn't trying to pass this combine, I probably would let this run through 15,000, to be honest. But it's not a bad move. I will trail it all the way up. Alrighty. If it can break through 15,000, though, we have a lot of room to the upside for 15 to at least the overnight high. Alright, we stopped out
filled.
plus 1,000, so 500 off. I'm still in that ES trade, still hovering around break even. See if we can catch it on the follow through of the NASDAQ. If the S&P can follow, then we can finish this off today. I'll let you know. I wish I could show you my screen right now because it's really annoying. 15,000 on the nose, right? 15,9975. 14,9975. So my targets are pretty accurate there. I'll take that. I'll take that every day of the week. If I can do that one trade every day of the week, that's money. Money. There we go. I'll pull it over here so you can kind of see it. I don't know if you can. But there we go. In and out, one trade. I'm in the second now. But in and out for one trade, how long was I in that for? Maybe 10. I don't think that was even 10 minutes. So it was probably 5 minutes ish, and that made 1,070. Clear break of structure, clear hold over the VWAP. Just obviously the 15,000 point mark is a super round number, a spot where you can look to hit targets, take them off the table, not look to get greedy and do anything else. I'm still concerned that the S&Ps haven't followed yet, so I might shut it down in a minute, but I'll let you know. If the previous day close is my little test, so that's 88.75. That's where it's got to make a decision for me. I gotta find this stop loss so I can move it. I don't know where it is. 88.75. It needs to hold above there. Of course, we're wrong if it breaks definitely below down by 85. 85 is the support. I did sign on yesterday with a mortgage brokerage, so if you're looking for a mortgage, hit me up. I am going to be doing some loan origination stuff, so pre-approvals. Trying to hit the money on all fronts. Come on, hold above 88.75. Give me. I just want to push up now. Really, not. I think we can still clear those overnight highs. I do. I think it's just kind of lagging right now. The S&Ps are really trying to make a decision. Since I'm up decent on that the NASDAQ trade, I will cut this loss if it does happen to be a loss kind of quick. And I probably won't be trying to chase $500 today, to be honest with you, in the top step, because I still do need to trade a few more days. And I'm pretty confident in my strategies that I got going on. Obviously, with the top step stuff, I have consistently been averaging about 1,000 a day, a little over, so no issues there. Even if you lose a day, you got more than enough time to recover it. I hate this monitor. I really still think it's not the monitor per se. I think it is the drivers. My laptop's been weird. I do need to set up a new trading PC. My trading PC. There we go. Again, closing in on 15,000. If it breaks through 15,000 there, you probably have up to the top of the overnight high. As far as the S&Ps, I think they're still lagging. I think they will follow up at some point in a few minutes. So that's why I'm holding. We're sitting at these lows. They're very similar in their sectors. You go to Market Watch, you start to get green on the NASDAQ. The S&P, you just got a little bit of an assortment here on the I can't see it, so I can't tell you. So Apple is down a little bit. I don't know why. Crushed earnings. Same as Tesla. They fuck around with these the prices all the time. It's amazing. Because Tesla crushed earnings. They doubled revenues. Apple the same thing. And you're gonna get the buy the rumor, sell the news kind of deal. But even then, they weren't even expecting these things. So they had good beats. It's just a matter of, I think, some of these people taking profits off, and then I bet you this will run back up. I think it'll all run back up, to be honest, until they stop doing any sort of stimulus stuff, and even till afterwards. All right. See if we can. Let's see what Tesla looks like on Thinkorswim. On
I don't want to join anything. Oh, I have it logged me out. That's why it's weird. I'm gonna leave that. So usually my filters and my stocks and everything are set up, but I apparently logged me out. There we go. NASDAQ pushing up. Gonna clear that overnight inventory. Hopefully we could see that S&P do the same thing. So that's the reason I took this one and not this one on this account. Obviously took this one on the top step because I did see a good opportunity here, and I also took this one. I only have buying power. I'm being honest with you, for my personal account, for one trade at a time. It's good. It helps you be a little bit more disciplined. But I took the S&P because I think it's going to also do the same thing just a bit later. If I can catch above this VWAP, then you can see that run up, hopefully to the overnight high. I would love to be a little patient on this one, see what we can do with it. I'll stay on as long as that trade is pretty much open. Hopefully I can have it all the way up to there and show you what, like, to be honest, the Fed monetary policy, you're going to get a lot of the same talking points. They're going to talk about inflation is transitory. You know, it's not going to be real. For some reason, they think inflation is not real. They talk about that they're going to eventually look to ease their buying of equities or whatever they're doing with their purchasing of all these things. So just look into what they're going to possibly say, and then if they do say something that's a bit off the cuff, then that's when you're going to get a market reaction. But until then, you're going to continue to see markets push higher. This sell-off, I think, was just an inventory clearing. I think we're going to push up, and that's why I took it. I didn't take it because I love to just pick random spots. Look at that. That NASDAQ is running off. I don't know who this is. Just kind of watching it. All right, so now that my screen is kind of back for a little bit, for a few seconds, I will show you. This is what we're in here. This is the NASDAQ. Here's the profits for the NASDAQ from that trade. Basically, I took the entry that I was talking about, and then getting out at 15,000, just below 15,000. I'm happy with that. I could have took it all the way up. Didn't think it was gonna need it. We'll see. Maybe I need to get out of this S&P here just on this account because I don't need to take a drawdown unnecessarily. They are diverging, but the Dow Jones is down a decent amount, 100 points right now, so that's interesting. While the NASDAQ and the Russell are up. The Dow's down 0.3%. The S&Ps are down 0.16 at the moment. I think hopefully this could be a little double bottom that we got like yesterday or like the other day. And then we can push up off of here. Just because the way this is reacting, this strength to the upside, it doesn't usually trail too far behind. That was my entry reason. So we'll just see. Maybe we can catch it a little bit. It is holding now below that previous day close, so that is an interesting sign for me. Maybe this is leading the way. I don't even need a very big push up for the top step, to be honest. If I could take it at least to the 43.94 level, just at the base of that, where we broke through, retest that area, then maybe look for a shorting opportunity if you would like. NASDAQ looks like it wants to push even above that. It's rejecting it. You got a doji there, but hope maybe it wants to push it back above. There's a lot of buying and selling right there at that level.
This can make a decision shortly. It would be nice. I need to pull that up. If I can see it, I'll let you know. Big time reversal, that red candle there. So, I mean the white candle. You're going to see possibly this push back down. I might cut it on top step in a second. If it breaks below 85, like I said, that's pretty much telling me we are wrong today. Yeah, I might cut it. I still see we're in the value zone here. This white candle, it's not a tell-all, but it is it's a good sign a lot of times. So I do take it into account. I would push back above 88. It would be entering back into this little area here. You got orders at 88.50, 88.75. You got a little less. You got to push back up into the point of control at 93.94. It's why it's nice to have a little bit more buying power, because you can enter into some extra trades that you do see. You know, you don't have to be super picky, and then your chances of being a bit more right could go up. So like I said, I did take this one on top step, and I did take this one as well. So this one's kind of just lingering, and this one I have already closed for plus 1,070, which is swell. Just watching that S&P linger down here at these lows. I don't know what's going to happen, so we're just going to wait and see. Oh, needed to push a buck above that previous day close, man. 43.90 is our entry, our average cost in. I only have one contract, so that's the only entry. We did push up above it once we entered, so it wasn't a terrible entry point. You know, we got up to 43.92. NASDAQ pushing above, looking like it wants to continue its run up. There it goes. Looking at some of the Discord stuff from other chats I'm in. There we go. We finally got to move up a bit. Hopefully I can trail the stop up, catch up to 94. There we go. At least I have my stop loss in my screen now that I can push it up. If I could just get one push up to the upside, that's it on the top step, and then I'm going to leave it open on the on my regular account here, personal account, so I can at least have something to continue to manage. Up 100 on that, so up 2 here. I'm going to flatten once I get above, if I can get above 9,000 on the day. I'm moving my stops to break even quick on there because, like I said, I'm not trying to lose money on this. Push above the VWAP would be nice. I'm trying to pass this top step, so it's not necessary to make a ton. Just need to hit the targets without losing money. I'm going to sneak it up a bit more. We are a few $100 away from hitting our goals. I have one click that'll take it all out. 43.94 would be probably the magic number. I think it's right around there, if I could do the math right. If it does push through the VWAP, you got all that room to the upside. Oh, I'm gonna get stopped out, huh? Yep.
Stop filled.
That's fine. So made 100 on that one. I didn't want to lose money on that trade, especially when it rejected the VWAP. I'm sure it's going to push up, to be honest. But like I said, with Top Step, I'm trying to secure all these profits pretty quickly. There it goes. See ya. So now I will potentially make one more entry today on one of these, because look at that break of the overnight high on the NASDAQ. If I could break and hold above the VWAP and enter into this zone here, if I could catch one more quick push up, I'm going to keep this one open, obviously, but if I could get maybe a pullback rejection of the VWAP and go up, then we will, on demo, are you in micros, maybe? Look at that move up. That'd be a beautiful thing if I could get it to the previous day high, and then the overnight high would be the ultimate test on this trade here. I'm going to try and trail that one up a bit as I go. For Top Step, I'm looking for a rejection and hold above VWAP. I'm actually going to enter because I still think it's strong enough to get up there.
Order filled.
I don't care. I think that's a good entry there. I have $100 to play with on the downside, and then I want to. I think my risk to reward here is pretty good still. Hold. Can I get to 4,400 before getting stopped out on this one? Wait and see. That NASDAQ just went berserk. Hold the VWAP and run to 4,400 would be pretty much exactly where we thought we would at least be. You know, you got to hold this. The base of here is 43.92. 43.92, 75-ish is that, you know, if we push back below here, that means we're going to probably accept back into this zone. I'm just going to keep rocking. Keep letting it happen. It does look like it's trying to reject it a bit. There it is, a rejection of the VWAP. $43.92, 50. Waiting, watching the clock. Come on, push up. 4,400 at the moment would be where it needed to be. 42.9250 is the base of that. If it breaks down below there, it's a good chance it could run back down to the entry point at 43.90. It's having that hard time to break into the VWAP. Here's your value areas once I can see them. There we go. Push up right to the value area, the point of control right there. $9.23. You got 7.5 minutes till the close of the half hour and the hour of opening. Right? Hour since open. Fuck. still up. I would like to hold above the point of control. That's going to tell you that we're possibly going to continue back to the upside. And if you do have high hopes, high targets, you can swing it up the whole day and see what happens. Maybe try and close that gap. S&Ps are just running into resistance at the moment at that 43.94.25. That's a big resistance level right there. If you can push into it and up, then you've got plenty of space there. This, see, right at the VWAP. Your downside momentum is coming to a close here. So I can see once it enters into this value zone that it would like to hold it. I think if it can enter into here, you can push to the top of it, and then it might have a little hard time here at 43.98, 4,400, and down and continue on to the upside. It needs to continue up to break through that level. Can tell we need to break that resistance. Obviously, the NASDAQ is just running away with the day. I don't know what kind of resistance we got here. There it is. See that beautiful rejection of that 15,060 level. There's a nice little zone. If it does push above that, I think you're going to be running on up to the high. But that's a solid resistance level. We're sitting at this resistance level here. The zone, like I said, it could push to the top of here, first to 97, then up to 4,400. Somebody above me is banging. Sorry if that comes through the microphone. I don't know what they're doing up there. Hopefully they're not killing each other. Some days trading is like this. You could actually get a clear entry. You can just kind of grind it out and hope for the best. Or maybe they're building something up there. As long as it holds this VWAP, I don't think it's gonna roll over. But that 92.50 level is key level. And then also, so the zone would be 92.50 to 94, 95 flat. If it can break above 95 flat, that's when it's going to probably accept into that zone. Here we go, above 95. Now hopefully it could hold in there and accept into this zone. That was the resistance for a while. It's all about clearing out inventories of orders and filling and trying to get filled. A lot of these big players, they're getting filled huge position sizes over a course of structured entries. So it's not like they're just doing what we're doing. They're not just clicking buy and sell on one or two contracts and calling it a day. To be honest, I would like to blow through this $9,000 level and have no question about how I passed. I think that's silly to do. Obviously, if I get pretty much done, I can trade the micros the next 2 days and get my days in. So that's probably what I'll end up doing if I can get like $100 over.
95, 25 is that resistance. 97, 4,400 would be a sweet target for the next step up. Like I say, my daily goal on that account right there is 500. So if I get up to and close to 500 on the day at 4,400, there you go. I start to trail my stops pretty tight. So that's that. Usually by now I will put my stops at break even, because I know I'm not going to get manipulated out from my trade. I might get manipulated out on the one that I'm in now on Top Step, but I don't think I'll get manipulated out of this one, because once you enter into this zone, I don't see it unless it's going to roll over and reject. I don't know. How's the NASDAQ looking? Pretty strong, to be honest. I don't think either one of these is going to slow down the upside move at the moment. NASDAQ looks pretty good. Yes, sir. Teamwork makes the dream work in this game. I am less than $100 away from passing. Hopefully we can get there. Come on, baby. Push up. Daddy likes this trade. At the very top of that zone, right? And then I said if it breaks above here, we're going to push up to 4,400 as the next target. That's the goal. So if we can get up to 4,400, that'd be a good spot for you to start looking at, you know, is it going to continue on or not? Because the market loves those round numbers. It really does. 159. Oh my goodness. $2.40. I saw it go over 9. I hit exit, and I'm at $158,998.40 on. I can't chase a trade for that. You know, you don't want to get in and out and start losing money. So I'll look for an ideal entry to catch me a single tick, and that will be it for my trades for the Top Step. Look at that. If you want to see it, 158,998.40. What a shitty thing to do for myself. I should have let it get all the way to 4,400 and just have myself a little bit of clearance. But hey, not a bad day so far. 1,597. So I do hope that you're catching some trades on your own accord here with some guidance. So now I'm at 500. Whoa, that really rejected hard at 4,400. You saw that, huh? I was at my 500 target. It got up pretty hard there, and then it hit 4,425 and rejected big time. There's some big time sell order there. It's a wall, but like I said, that's when you start to mitigate your win, right? Start securing profits. Once you start hitting close to these big round numbers, like I could have flattened that out, been up for 500 on the day. I think maybe we can hit up there maybe one more time, but that was a super hard rejection. I mean, as soon as I saw that it was up 5, because I saw my screen, you do have this big white candle here. That's a rejection. Hopefully we can push back up to that 4,400 level, and then I could secure these stops. I want to secure them down to the VWAP at least. So get myself $100 and something on the day if it does decide to make a reversal. I really only need one tick to pass this stupid combo. I'm going to maybe try to trade the micros, MES. So if you do want to trade and you don't have a ton of money, there are micro futures contracts that you can trade. Micros cost a lot less. You'll make less per tick. I think it's like this is $12.50 per tick per contract. I believe the micros is $1.25 a contract. So $1.25 a contract.
Back to that resistance at 98. So I would like to push back up through. That was just a huge sell order over there at that 4,400 flat level. I can't justifiably take a trade right now. This shit could run to the moon on Top Step, and I would be hard pressed to try and chase $1 and $2 and $1.60. Hot damn. $1.60 away from passing. $43.99, 4,400. Let's see if this same big time seller is there or not. I can't see my screen, so fuck, man. I hate that shit. I'm trailing it tighter here just because I need to not get whipped out if I am not here looking. So once I get to close to my 500, I'm going to try and, if it breaks 4,400, my stops are going to go right to 4,400 for me personally. I hope you guys got a good idea of why this S&P trade worked out, and why I'm choosing the numbers I'm choosing as far as targets are concerned. I think I'm going to close this at, I'm gonna let it keep going a bit, because I just think that 4,400 is just like a wall. I have secured $300 worth of this trade on that stop loss. So if you continue to let it run, the difference between 350, I put it at 43.97 is my stop currently, just below the structure here, the top of the structure. I think if we can break 4,400, you have to the previous day high as a target. Like I said, it's going to be a wall. It's going to be very difficult to break 4,400 at the moment, especially after seeing that big sell order that came in. Yeah, I think it will break. I think you guys are right. I think it's going to break. It's just going to take some time. You're probably going to see me get stopped out on this right here, because why wouldn't it? 97, 75, 50. The only reason I did trail it so tight also right now is because I can't see my screen, and I'm not trying to get whipped out for much more. If I make 3 today and then look for another entry, yeah, there we go, out at 97. So I made 300 so far, 350. Up 350 on that trade was a very good trade. I was up actually 5. I tried to get out, and then that super sell order came in, and I also couldn't see my screen. So having good equipment is key to actually being able to do this at a successful level. 4,400 is going to act as that barrier. If you're holding and you want to have your stops at least at break even so you don't lose any money on this, just be careful. That's up to you. It's your trade management. I am not a professional. This is educational. Yeah, one tick in the MES could get my shit done, but I don't think I'm gonna try to kill myself on this. Let's see if I can find the MES even on Top Step. MES. Yeah, I'll look for entry above 4,400 for that one tick. Yeah, or 2 ticks technically with the MES. you're gonna have your 4,400 break potentially here. I can't. I fucking need to change this out. There's 43.99. That's the top of the value zone. You're gonna have a lot of chop here. Definitely, what would be indicative was that immediate touch of it and that sell off, that hard sell off. I think you should just be cautious of that. I mean, obviously, it could just be profit taking at that round number. That's why you got that sell off right there. Everybody had their profit target at that round number. So if we can continue to hold over the VWAP and over this structure, at least over 43.95, hopefully over 97, because if it gets back into this zone between 97 and 92, it'll kind of maybe bounce around again in there. But hopefully it holds above there, and then you can start to see a push back up over 4,400. But you got to see the rejection first of this zone here. We're sort of accepting back in. Ay, caramba. Okay, so I can actually see my screen, please. Here we got that. This is the real day in the life of a day trader who has a day job and can't just go out buying giant monitors, right? So this is real shit. I am potentially looking to enter on a pullback, on this pullback, I should say, to catch my next little run up. Oh yeah, that's great. I hate when that happens. I like to have this here so I can see a little bit more. So the base of this, where are we at right here? 95. That seems like a good resistance point there. Even down to here, 94. So it's still rolling over. I'm glad I got out when I did, but I would have liked to have gotten out earlier, the 4,400, I should say. So eyeball this VWAP, see if it's going to hold. Broke right down through the VWAP, pushing back down lower. NASDAQ is pulling back. Could look to see maybe a rejection at 150.20. We'll see what happens there. That 4,400, that big sell order should have definitely been a sign to at least trail your stops, secure some profits. Glad I didn't chase it at the moment. I would have ended up getting stopped out for nothing. Now 350 up. Happy with that. It did reject the 92. If you look to re-enter again, you can re-enter if you did get stopped out. You got to look for it to hold above the VWAP. That volume weighted average price, a lot of these guys use that. Trade a minimum of 10 days. Today is day 8 of trading. I need to catch a little move. I'm going to just watch these charts for a little bit longer. But it looks like it's trying to roll over again. Let's see what the news is. What was the oil inventories? They fell 4.1 million barrels last week. And California is a bunch of weenies urging power conservation. Okay, so yeah, we got a shortage in barrels of oil, which potentially caused this also. 71.85. Right. Did you secure any profits there, Philip? Ooh, baby. Look at that. Look at that sell-off. Good work, Philip. Good work. I would be cautious with this giant red candle that's coming in here. I don't know about the volume on it. There's a decent amount of volume on it for this time of day. Got to watch for it to hold that 88. I don't have a direction now, right? So, like I told you, well, the reason for the trade management, this is why. You have to secure some profits. You might not take it at the very top. It's very hard to take it from the bottom to the top. So you got to catch a piece of the bigger move, and that is it, right? If you don't get greedy and you secure your profits as you go, you will be fine. It's just a matter of that psychology, the trading idea. I'm getting really annoyed at my monitor, so I'm hoping I can pass Top Step and continue this same journey I got going on. I'm very happy with my options currently. If I could pull them up. Yesterday's negativeness decided to change its mind. This is why these are long-term plays. My Fiverr trade right now is up 1,100. Dropbox up 4. Some of these other ones are still grinding. These are all longer term plays. Fiverr is shorter term. Also, so is Tesla, who's being a jerk. So, I'm going to watch this. If it pushes back up over 43 again, that's maybe a sign. But that was a very strong candle to the downside, so I would be cautious. Be cautious. I'm glad you guys are on here and seeing some stuff. Seeing what I'm doing. Fiverr's good. Dropbox. ISWH still pushing up over 80, well, at 80 cents right now. I would love to see that go up how we expect it to, based on its fundamentals. Kyler and Cleveland over at my boys at Top Trader, where I learned everything I know about trade management and futures and Forex and everything. They're pretty bullish on ISWH, and as am I, based on how I've been explained what their business goals are. Just broke above 80. It's at 82 cents at the moment. All right, I need my Netflix to run up. That'd be nice too. On a day like today, I don't need to really chase that 500 on that personal account because I do have my options that are pushing themselves back to be green, right? So not too concerned about it. Doesn't have to be 5. Just a target that will have me at my cutoff, right? I don't want to get back 3 at the moment. My Fiverr, if it plays out, that's a $17,000 upside. But the earnings are on August 5th, so I would like to get out before then. So I don't think I'm going to take that full 17. That'd be awesome, but I doubt it. MES. I might look to enter above the VWAP just to catch 2 ticks. That's really all I want. Could reject the VWAP here and push back down, but you got to be careful. Use caution. You are getting volatility. It's nice. You can catch moves. Big fan. Big fan of movement. All right. Threads. Group chat. Great day so far. Holding above the VWAP. Holding above. Holding above. It's 48.48. I might let the 1 minute decide to close. It might reject it here. It's super rejected. I need it to be over 95 to look for anything else. It's not enough. Like I said, risk to reward here for me is not worth an entry. On this account for the bigger time, if I'm looking to scalp two ticks, a couple ticks on this, it would be ideal for me to be patient a bit. If it pulls back down to that view up again, maybe.
Order filled.
I'm gonna take it and try and get up one more dollar. Give me up a couple dollars. There we go.
Order filled.
Why is it? Damn. That's why. Stupid ass commissions. 158,999,000. Not $158,999.70. So I'm literally 30 cents away. So here's to hoping that I could get a pullback and a tick, which I really need a few because I need to. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it ride. Maybe I'll get up to like $5 and then run. You can always lose $5 real quick. That's always a thing. But it's impossible to make $5. $43.98. That's that resistance again. I'm trying. I know I'm over the 159. I made the 9,000, but I need to get it up over a little bit more because I still have a couple of trading days left. And if I gotta do these MES trades, I gotta at least try and catch something that's gonna be decent. You do have to also hold trades more than 20 seconds at a time. You know, winners, I should say. They want most of your trades to be, most of your winners to be over 20 seconds. The majority of them. $5 should be enough.
Order filled.
There we go. I just officially did it. I'm pretty proud of my trade management and everything, so pretty excited. As you can see on my face, so excited. All right, now I just need the days, trading days. Made $1,602.90 today. I mean, very cool. I'll take a screenshot real quick, save it, file, save, goals. Desktop, big goals, 9K. It will, once I pass this week, I have to secure and keep it over 9,000, right? I will have to do a video, hopefully maybe this weekend, on how they do their onboarding and stuff like that. So, very, very nice. Right. I will stay on with you guys for a bit longer. Probably until 10:30ish, 11:30 Eastern, and we will see how this kind of plays out. I'm just getting really frustrated with my screens. I already made a decent amount for the day. It's not a normal stopping point for me, but I'm going to try and enjoy that little victory that I had today of passing the Top Step Traders at least the $9,000 goal. I will show you quick their dashboard, right? So you can see up here, I have now hit 159 and $3.50. So now all I'm going to do for the next 2 days, I need 2 more days of trading. Today was day 8 of day 10. If you look here, this is my dashboard curve. I do have this. Today would be day 8, right? And this was the profit target, $159,000. I have surpassed it by a couple dollars. When today's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I will only be trading micro charts just to continue to secure these profits. I'm going to continue to look for great setups. I'm going to continue to do my best live streaming. I do have work, so it'll be a little tighter. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy. Going to try to enjoy this little victory that I have today. There's still definitely a lot of movement today. Opportunities to be had. So you can see here, I made 1,070 on the NASDAQ trade, made 550 on the ES trade, which it could have been bigger, could have been better if I had not been already up so high and trailing my stops trying to reach this target. And then once I got to that 550, I was $1 away, $2 away. So I ended up taking the micros, little short-term grab, and grab my last little bit to push me over the edge. Just because I'm over that dollar amount doesn't mean I'm not going to continue to look for great setups, continue trading on my personal account, and await the orders from the powers that be at Top Step. So I'm pretty proud of myself today, not going to lie. Sometimes you got to have some happiness in this game. Pretty good. Not gonna lie. I need to move this over here so I can see it. There I go. It's very difficult to do things blind on a laggy screen. Check out my very good. Very nice. Thanks for anybody who stayed around and watched these videos. I'm going to continue to make them every day that I can. So today, after market earnings, Facebook, PayPal, Qualcomm, Lam Research. Those are the post-market earnings. After the last few days of earnings for Tesla and Apple, I'm just going to make sure there's no positions on. Okay, no working orders. I don't want to break any rules. I'm closing out the trading program for Top Step. All right. Like I said, after all these earnings and stuff that have been beating, I think maybe that also has given a little optimism for these futures contracts. Just kind of watching this, seeing what the level's at. I'm going to go hobble over to the bathroom real quick, and I'll be right back, and then we'll finish this off. Okay, back. So I think also what I'm going to do now, that hurt. I got to do this. What I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to show, since I'm done with my futures trades for the day, I'm not trading any more futures for the day. I have had enough. Can't find my mouse. Where is it? Okay. So I'm going to end up going and showing you guys my options stuff, some of that. Some of my stock plays that I got going on. Fiverr decided it wants to now hit a wall. It was doing all right. Okay. Let me see. It's hard for me to see, like I said. So we're going to go over here, and I'm going to show you some of the charts. Let's see how I want to do this. Approaching back up to that 4,400 level if you're still in the futures stuff. I'm going to let you guys do that on your own. So what this is a risk profile analysis on any position that you're in. So the blue line is your max loss and max profit at certain time frames. Actually, I'm sorry, not at certain time frames. The blue line is the expiration date. So if the price is anywhere along this line on the bottom here, if it's above this point, this is how much you're going to make on that day I close. And if it's down below here, this is how much you're going to lose. So this is your like risk profile, risk to reward stuff. If you look on the bottom left here with this risk, it'll show you the blue line is expiration date, and then the pink line is today. So if today the price got to this point, the pink line is where your P&L would be if the price was at these certain points. What I do, especially since I'm in an IRA, I cannot trade naked call options. They do not allow it. So I don't like them anyway. It's very risky. I do spreads. So I do debit spreads, credit spreads, stuff like that. So right now, this is my Tesla play. If it expires on 8/7 of 2021, so next month, at that dollar amount, it's $1,000 win. If it got to this price point today, it would be $300. So this Tesla trade was really not a lot of a play, but it was a play of trying to catch a little bit on it. So I'm not trying to catch the whole 1,000. I'm only trying to catch maybe half of it. And it looks like, and even then, I'm not trying to lose the full 1,000. It's not even 1,000. What's the number? It's just under 1,000. So I'm not looking to lose that. So I'm going to cut the loss kind of quick. We'll go to my next position. One that I like a lot right now is Fiverr. If I can get this screen to work. I'm sorry, guys. There we go. So I get to do my positions. I'll go to Fiverr. This is one of my favorite positions at the moment. It was sort of not a lottery play, but the chart was setting up nice, and the options were at a very good price. So I bought 10 contracts of this. As you can see, if it expires on August 21st above 300, so you can see that dollar amount there, I will make around $17,000 on that. But I'm not going to wait that long. Like today, if the price got up to this into the range, I can pull, half of that out. So I'm looking to maybe take half off the table. If it gets up to the half pretty quick, especially since earnings are on August 5th, like you've seen with all these other stocks that have been crushing their earnings, it's just been sort of not good for them, right? It's been sort of bad. They've been just selling off right afterwards. So it's hard to do this the way I'm doing it, so I'm going to do it like this. All right. So Fiverr, that's a good one. Like I said, if you look here, 17,750 max profit, and then it needs to be that's over 300. So 280. If it gets over 280 today, which would be a beautiful thing, you'd be up 6,000. If it gets over 280 today and I'm up 6, you just take that money and run, right? Or you could, if it gets a little longer, this gray line in the background is like the mean deviation of likelihood of where it's going to end up. So it could end up anywhere in this gray box. That's price projections and just math. So, I mean, the golden zone really is that cross 7,300. That would be a nice spot to take off profits. Right, let's see what else we got. ISWH is not an option play. SOS, this is a company that is a longer term play also. It's a leap option. It's really hard to see these because they're so far out. So I can't really show you the risk profile. But I'll show you some charts that'll help you a bit. Jets, here is my spreads of this, right? It's got to end up in this zone or above for me to make money. Same with Fiverr. It's got to end up in that zone or above. A lot of these strategies, Dropbox, same thing. I have this as well. This is longer term. I'm in the money in Dropbox. I'm between the two, so I'm in the money. If it expires above here, that's great. Netflix, since I'm in front of this screen, I'm going to move myself over to this side real quick. Okay, so you can see Netflix, same thing. Need to be above that, and I'm looking for Netflix to get up here. These are all longer term plays. Fiverr is shorter term. It's for the end of August, so that's why it's a little bit more volatile with the earnings and everything. So if I could break this level, which it is right now, it's sort of broke resistance. It's all chart patterns and everything like that. So a lot of my option strategy is basically a stock strategy. It's just playing with the options instead. I'll move my face back over here. We're going to go ahead and just finish up since my stuff is doing silly things, the monitor. I'm just going to let this play out for you a little bit longer. The only reason I'm still live streaming is because I think you got useful information out of that. Like I'm not going to be active anymore today. I'll let this get to time. Is it 10:06? So yeah, I'm 8 minutes out of being on here for 2 hours. We made that money pretty quickly. It didn't take 2 hours. It took a little bit less than that. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with how it went. If you're watching this on a review, you can always leave comments. Hit me up. You could find my Discord. I'll put the link in most of my bios of all the videos. I don't have them in the live streams, but in the other videos, you can get them. We just chat on there. If you want Forex education, top traders. And if you want Top Step, I have a link to Top Step. It'll get you $50 off. And then right now, Top Step, I think, is running at 30% off also. So it'll get you a decent amount. I'll send the link for Top Step if you want to try it. So if anything else, I think that's it because I'm going to just chill out the rest of the day. I got to go food shopping. It's hard to do that with a broken foot. And it's nice being off in the middle of the week and getting things done and clearing up your day trading like that. I mean, I made $350 there. I'm up good. Let's see, 2,000 and something on the day. I can put that up if you want so you can see it, just so I'm not a liar. So this is the reason why I'm not continuing to give back money. I gotta find it. Hold on, sorry. Monitor. There you go. Up 2,000 on the day. There's a good chance up until the end of the day, it could fluctuate, but at this point, if I'm up 350 on my futures and my options are playing out, I'm not giving back some of that money to just, there's no reason to give it back. So 350, solid number for the day. Call it quits. I did do that $9,000 goal on step 2. So I've done 9 on step 1, 9 on step 2. We're up over 18,000 on that account for less than 15 days. So not too shabby. I'll take that for sure. I hope to continue that through having the funded account, and I'm going to keep you updated with that as well. I'll make a review video, like I said. And until next time, like I always say, subscribe, like, comment,